Alright guys, this is Level 74. I wanted to show you something on this Lee mold. A lot of people talk about burrs and issues, but this mold is for the .452 230 grain 45 malt. I don't know if I can get it to zoom in good enough here. We'll try. Not really, but anyways, right along this edge, you might be able to see it, but right here, see there? There's like a lip from when they drilled these out, or milled them, however they do it, and it like rolled over. So it's rolled over here. It's also like that. This one you might be able to see better. Yeah, there you go. Right here. See that? That line right there along that edge. See it like bumped up. Okay, that isn't part of the mold block itself. Well, I guess it is, or it was. That's actually laying flat on the block, and it's attached by a very, very thin area on the backside here. Don't go at it with like a piece of sandpaper or anything like that. Brass mold knives, or in this case aluminum, is what I like to use. A chunk of aluminum, and just lightly scrape at that. Until it comes off. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're on my washer too. There we go. You don't want to be scratching your mold, so that's why you want to just go nice and gentle at it until it comes off, but it will come off. If you can trust yourself with an X-Acto knife or a razor blade, then I guess do it. You see that piece sticking up now? Put a shadow behind it and see if that helps. See it sticking up there? That right there is causing little lines in the bullets, as if like a seam. I usually go at these with my fingernail first. Well, what fingernails I have. And see if they come off. I already went at them, most of them. And they didn't come off. But it will come off of there, and you won't ruin your mold. You might have like some tiny scratches here from here doing that, but you're not gouging into it. You're just working that until it comes down flush, because that will cause seams in your bullets and other crud, like the ripples off to the side there. It'll spew out into that little crack and around. You'll have like it's not a ripple, it's more of a, I don't know, piece of sprue hanging off on the inside. So see if I can get that to zoom. See how I got that off of there? Now that's not there. That mold will close a lot easier. And check both cavities on both sides. And then you see, you guys can't see, I don't think. Let me try to get, sorry, it's different or difficult to shiny. There you go. You can see on this one here, the left side of this cavity, you got the same thing. So we want to get rid of that. I take all my new molds. I don't even monkey around with, cleaning them with burning the oil off and all that. I take my molds right out of the box and use Mother's aluminum polish to clean the mold, especially inside of the mold cavity, and that shines it up really nice, and you get nice and smooth shiny bullets by doing that. But anyways, I'm gonna get this off of here, and both sides. Not all the molds, all the Lee molds come with these problems really, but sometimes you will get them, and it really makes for ugly bullets when you have that. You'll have almost like a wore out mold when they start wearing out and the alignment pins don't close all the way. You'll start getting that line in the bullet, larger bullets dropping, and that kind of stuff. So make sure you check that with your mold. And like I said, don't use sandpaper. You can warp, or you can warp this edge here, and then you're going to have lead coming off to the side and fill in that void that you warped it in, and then it's going to be junk. So make sure you use something soft, as soft or softer than the aluminum mold itself. I know a lot of mold factories, like places that do plastic injection and other injection molding in aluminum blocks in molds. I'm sorry. They use brass knives, really soft brass knives, and then aluminum as well. The aluminum, I mean, it's really hard. I've tried on old molds with aluminum. I mean, you really got to push hard to gouge it and actually make a dent, but just real light, just tiny pressure to get that stuff off, and it'll come off of there. It'll flake right off. That's all it is, a rolled over flake on there. Check other parts of your molds. Like, look at this mold. This is a brand new mold. Trying to get it to focus. This light is not helping me. You see them squares? There's scratches. There's scratches right here, and right there, and up top, and here. And then whoever put the little set screw deals in there to hold it down, they just did not know how to run their drill, I guess. But yeah, I noticed this. It looks like they had it in the vise way too hard. I could call Lee and do a report on it and send it back, but the way Lee's done it with me before is they want me to pay the damn shipping. So now I got this mold. I got this one from Titan. Titan's pretty good. They took a 9mm mold back that one, like within 25 casts, one of the alignment pins popped out. They took it back, no problem. Refunded my money, and I gave it. I just rebought it, repurchased that one. But Lee will take them back and they'll replace them or fix them. But then, like I said, my Titan cost, I think, was like $17.49 for the mold, and then my shipping was only $7, but I had a bunch of other stuff with it. So you're gonna end up with like a $26 mold. No, what, $24? Something, 23, whatever. Should I just say $25 into a mold? I mean, now you just lost some money just for their screw up. So as long as it's molding right, dropping bullets correctly, the right size, no big issues. I just fixed the internal stuff. I mean, the outside's really not that important, as long as it's not like your set screws or bent handles or a screwed up sprue plate. Then I don't mess with it. The inside cavities though, use that Mother's polish. I did polish these ones up nice and shiny, clean them molds up, and when I do this, when I get it out of the box, the reason I do it is to look for them imperfections that may be there, because all machining, and you gotta think of how many of these things they do a day or on a run. You know, you're gonna have screw ups. There's gonna be some mistakes that their quality management didn't catch. Just the Mother's polish works really good to clean it up and check for them imperfections. I used white crayon for the first time. It actually works really good. Just don't get it into this cavity because it screws your stuff up. It does help with the sprue screw, keeping that sprue plate nice and tight by using a crayon wax. It seems to help it stick, and it doesn't loosen up as fast. It takes a long time. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to show everybody. Mainly was these the issues inside here. I've gotten those off, and now I'm gonna go cast some bullets that don't have lines in them. Just check that out on your molds when you get them. Check everything. Check the inside cavity. On the lube grooves, those can have little burrs on them. It'll make it hard for bullets to not drop out. They'll get stuck and stick in there. And then having those little lips hanging over on here, those will cause your mold not to close all the way, and you'll have a tiny little gap. It may look closed on the outside, but it's opened up just a tiny bit on the inside, enough to cause them lines up and down your bullets. I think that's about it. If I find any other information that I can share with everybody, as always, I will post it on YouTube and let you all know any way that I find to fix it. Hope this helps some people. Have a good day.